Shazam is number one at the box office. Its second week in theaters, second weekend in a row, with 25.1 million, and I think its worldwide total at this point is 258.8 million. As of recording this video, by the time you see this, it'll be Monday morning. By then, it'll probably have made even more money. But at the time that I'm filming this, it's almost at 260 million worldwide. So I think this means that Shazam is probably going to get to the 500 million range before it leaves theaters. I was hoping that it would get to the 600 millions, and maybe it will, but I'm thinking like once Infinity War Endgame gets here, that might swallow up like any momentum Shazam has left, any gas Shazam has left in the tank, right? Because although Shazam will still be playing in theaters because it won't even have been out a month yet, a lot of theaters around the country are going to like give so many of their, screens to Endgame, and, it's going to crowd out almost everything. So I'm hoping that Shazam will be able to squeak out somewhere in the low to mid 500s. It's going solid. Like, it's not a huge breakout hit. I mean, it is doing well, but not as well as I was hoping as a DC fan. But, the fact that it can be number one the second weekend in a row against competition, like new movies coming out like Hellboy and Little, that is good. And I think I think it might be number one again for the third weekend in a row next weekend when The Curse of La Llorona comes out. Because there's not much competition between now and Endgame. So it's possible that Shazam could hold on to the number one spot, not only for 2 weeks, but 3 weeks in a row. We'll see. I mean, even so, it's going to continue to make money. I mean, it's guaranteed to get into the 400 millions, I think. But, I mean, the more money it makes, the better. So I think the 500s I think it can get there. If Endgame wasn't coming out, it could probably get into the 600s, but I don't know. I mean, Endgame is going to dominate everything. Like I said, it's going to swallow up all these screens. So, we'll see. Maybe Ant-Man there'll be a miracle, it'll be able to get to the 600 millions. But I'm thinking I think it's going to get to the low to mid fives, which is fine. Like I said, like everyone has been saying, well, most people, Shazam costs only 90 to 100 million to make. So getting 500, million dollars, it's good. That's profitable. Not a huge monster hit, as I think many of us were hoping. But, it'll be enough for the movie to be, moderately successful, which is good. It's going to be like, I guess, it'll be comparable, I guess, to Ant-Man in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. The first Ant-Man made about $500 million, a little more than that. And Ant-Man and the Wasp, I don't know. I think Ant-Man and the Wasp got about 600 or 700 million or something in that range. So, Shazam is performing like, a moderate superhero entry in a major cinematic universe, which is good because it was inexpensive. It was cheaper to make than Ant-Man. So, Warner Brothers was smart. I think they always knew from the beginning that, Shazam was going to be a moderate hit. But they were like, let's make this for as cheap as possible so it can be as profitable as possible. And so it did pay off. I think it will pay off. I do think, though, that maybe they could, if they had opened this movie at any other time of the year, it probably would have made more money than it made now because it's super competitive right now. But, it's too late. What's done is done. I think it is still going to be solidly profitable. And a lot of the people who watch it were, of course, little kids. So that'll be good for increasing the character of Shazam's presence in pop culture now that we have all these little kids being into the character. And it's fitting because, Shazam is mostly a kid's movie. I mean, so why a lot of little kids went to see it. I do think that for Shazam 2, they should be really careful. There's not going to be another Avengers Endgame type movie for like a long time. So I think Shazam 2, if they do want to keep like another April release date for this, it should be fine. Well, I don't know, depending on what else because Marvel does like to take the last weekend of April, first weekend of May. Like that's like their date all the time. So I don't know, we'll see. But whatever movie Marvel opens next in May or late April of next year isn't going to be like an Avengers Endgame type movie. So, there might be some room for Shazam 2 to do better. But I do think that Warner Brothers really needs to keep an eye on the release date for Shazam 2 to make sure that it doesn't have another situation where it's swallowed up by something like Endgame. But again, they maybe anticipated this because that's why they kept that budget low. But, Shazam is number 2 again for the second weekend in a row. It's better than only being number 1 for one weekend, and that's it. And originally this movie was only supposed to open with 40 million its opening weekend, but it opened with 57. So, Shazam is, I think, doing better than I think a lot of people expected it to do. but we were hoping it would do even better than that. But you know, profit is profit, so it's doing all right, I guess. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please like it on YouTube and subscribe to the channel because I appreciate your viewership, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.